that's rich. Play me off, Johnny.
I'm Rick James.
You're now listening to the Bacon Hour Podcast.
All you lovely people, please subscribe and follow me on all social media.
So, come on, little chicken. I'll take you around.
No one respects the silence. It serves as the foundation of creativity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to yet another episode of the Bacon Hour Podcast. I'm your host with the most voices, Steven, otherwise now known as Pixel Ham, and it's been quite a while since I've done a episode, so that's kind of been somewhere in the dark there. I apologize, people, but hey, I'm focusing on a bunch of other stuff there. But other than that, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Our guest is somebody who has been here on the podcast before. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Brandon Ramos. Happy to be here with Steven, yapping about the Sonic movies. Or just Sonic related stuff. Yeah,
because that's fun, dude. So before we jump into this podcast, I'd like to just warn everybody that yes, you are entering spoiler territory. And we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff for the Sonic movie 3 and a bunch of other cool things that happen in that movie, and we go into very explicit detail and laugh about our favorite moments and stuff. So yeah, you've been warned. Like the iconic Sonic song that they stole from Crush 40, "Live and Learn."
Yeah, that was good.
You live and learn, people.
Yeah.
I heard that the band is suing Paramount.
Oh yeah, they're suing Sega because they didn't get any
permission to use the.
Yeah, they didn't get any royalties throughout
residuals.
Throughout the entire time that song has been released, so they owe somewhat around $500,000 to them.
Wait, this date back all the way to Sonic Adventure 2?
To the very first
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
Holy fuck, dude. Sega. Where's fucking Crush 40's money at?
Yeah, pay these people.
They made the best fucking track. And if they probably, it's kind of like it's like Shrek, you know how when they put Smash Mouth to the beginning and they just put it as a test song. They didn't think it'd fit, and then they just left it in there because it's oh yeah, it fits. And then Smash Mouth got way more famous because Shrek's popularity just popped off. Same with Crush 40 and Live and Learn and Sonic Adventure 2. It probably was just a song chosen because they're this sounds very American rock, because it's Sega,
very early 2000s.
Early 2000, yeah, it rocks, dude. But yeah. Oh boy, so
a lot to talk about.
Let's I guess let's start from the top. Let's unravel and go all the way down. Let's collect our little Sonic rings and dash through this whole stage that's the episode.
Yeah. I want to preface by saying if you haven't gone out to see this movie yet, go do yourself a favor, go out and watch it.
Yeah, please.
It's well worth your time.
Please stop listening to this episode. Please unsubscribe me. Please block me. Please do everything. Go watch the movie and then come back and unblock me and resubscribe and just jump right back into where you last left off.
Yes.
But yeah. Okay, so I guess, first of all, I want to hear your overall thoughts on the movie. If you could sum it up in 5 or less words, what would it be?
Okay, it would probably have to be nostalgic. I don't know. I can't do it in a couple words, man. Nostalgic, definitely, because I grew up playing those early 2000 Sonic games, and people will say what they will about the games, but this movie is based on a game that I know a lot of people was their favorite Sonic game.
Right.
Everyone I knew when I grew up, they loved Adventure 2, and now seeing them put it on the big screen, for me, is just like a dream come true. It came out in 2001, so 23 years later, they make a movie about it, and it's just. It was mind-blowing.
They have the elements of Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 in the movie, so it's I get it. Because it's not a direct... It's not direct.
Yeah.
I honestly would have loved to have seen Sonic blasting through San Francisco on a fucking snowboard, jumping out of a gun helicopter. But I'm they can't add everything.
Yeah.
I feel that'd be really complicated to do.
That's true.
What... I'm sorry to cut you off, but what?
Okay.
But that whole sequence, what does it serve to the story other than just being for people who have played the game like just a cool fucking level to play through.
Yeah.
like-
Well, like I was gonna say, I feel like when you're making a game movie, it's kind of tricky because you want to pay respect to the source material, but you don't want to like blatantly copy it, scene for scene. You do stuff like that and you end up with like the Uncharted movies with Tom Holland. A lot of them were just straight scene from the game into the movie.
From the games, yeah.
Yeah, like directly copied, like one for one. So I feel like it's important to take some creative liberties, but to stay true to the essence of what makes, the characters them.
I feel like another example of like just a movie, well, a quote unquote movie, like just ripping like straight, like shot for shot, like thing is, I think the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Oh.
Remember how didn't people say that it was just like the cutscenes just smushed into like
Yeah.
it was all the cutscenes, like the really nicely animated cutscenes just smushed together in like an hour, and they had like maybe some scenes like animated to like connect that,
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Is that what it was?
I think something like that. And then there's movies like the really old Mario movie, or
With,
the Mortal Kombat movie.
Bob Hoskins, right?
Yeah, dude, some of those just go
God.
completely off the rails.
I feel like back then it was uncharted territory because nobody
Yeah.
asked for video game movies, and when they had the rights, when they were probably way fucking cheaper than they are today.
Yeah.
They could do whatever the fuck they wanted. They'd be like, I'm making a Mario movie,
Yeah.
but Mario is like a fucking Brooklyn man, and he's got like the jump boots, and fucking Yoshi's a fucking dinosaur, like he's a actual
yeah,
looking
man.
and like Goombas don't look like Goombas. They just have like that. They're like this big fucking guy with like a tiny
Yeah.
head. It looks creepy. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I honestly, there's a charm to those. Like
Yeah, because we
mentioned.
grew up watching them.
I didn't.
No, you
I
didn't?
was
No.
I wasn't even fucking born when those came out.
Oh man.
But like, yeah, there's a charm to them because they're just like, they're so obscure that they probably hold some merit to,
Yeah.
because it's like at the time that was like everything that you got for your favorite. Like if your favorite video
yeah.
game was Mario, like Super Mario or Street Fighter, like that's something that you can hold to your things. Like, well, my video game property got a movie at least. I mean, it's not a good one, but
But
you know,
it was something.
It was something, right? And then
Yeah.
now we've entered like the age of like, now we can have a fucking we can have great movies that respect the source material and like have a good story to
Yeah.
them. Super Mario, Illumination Super Mario.
Yeah.
Obviously Sonic that we're talking about right now. I don't know, we're kind of tangenting a bit here, but like, yeah, I don't think out of any realm of like the possibility, because my friends joked about it at the very, like when we finished watching the third movie, and be like, watch Sonic 4, the last credit scene, he looks up at the moon and it's the fucking Smash logo.
Oh man.
we get
Put
a
him in Smash
Smash
Bros.
That's expensive.
That is
would
like-
probably be a really expensive movie to make.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a huge effort between a bunch of people.
A bunch of companies, a majority of those characters are like from Nintendo, but Nintendo, they're fucking stingy.
Yeah, man. They're like the Disney of video games, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't allow they're like, it's my IP to sit on and not do anything for 20 fucking years. It's like, well, I mean, like, you're one to fucking talk. That's why people are out here, like, they do the emulators and shit, and they
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah, I'm like, why am I gonna pay for like $60 for like a shitty like emulated copy of Super Mario Sunshine when I can just rip like the best fucking version of it out there that's probably a lot more remastered and like a lot more better looking and like runs better. It's like I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so
Talk about the movie.
talk about the movie because we've tangented a little bit too much.
It's all good.
Yeah, so the movie, I mean, because you just described it in nostalgic for you.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of more other nouns and adjectives you could
Yeah.
use. But for me, I think the only 3 words is holy fucking peak. Because that's
Yeah.
a really great fucking movie.
It was.
Yeah, oh man, like just opening the opening of the movie is just like nice because it's like you don't spend that much time like getting reintroduced because I mean we've been with these characters
Yes.
for a good like 2 movies already. We don't need to know who everybody
Yeah,
is. And
we walk now. We can run.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like they did and they raced in the forest and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I like how the movie, like, I like movies that just like don't fucking sit around or like shit on the point. They're like, we're doing this now. Like, we already are introduced.
I feel like that this movie was like that. It was like go go go.
It was very
from each point.
For a Sonic movie. It's appropriately fast paced. And I fucking love how like we get already, Shadow introduced in the like near beginning.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole lot going on with like the whole like Gerald Robotnik and the human people like backstory and shit, and like
I feel like to have this story you have to have humans in this Sonic movie. I know people are kind of back and forth about, I don't like humans or I'm kind of whatever about it, or
I
want
a strictly like Sonic Hedgehog, like Sonic character cast movie, or there's too much of the humans in this movie. And like I beg to differ, because it's like we wouldn't be able to have the plot going forward if the humans didn't like interject and be like, we gotta explain this, and then you can have your fun cool scene and shit. But like that whole fight scene in the beginning was so good. I mean, I wouldn't call it a fight scene, it's like a slaughter.
Yeah.
But like it's such a great way that
it's a good opener.
Yeah, it's a great opener. It's a good hook. It's a great hook. And how they show like Shadow is like not of any threat that we've dealt with before. This isn't Eggman anymore. This isn't any fucking guy, any normal fucking thing. Like, this guy means business and he's not fucking around. I love while he is initially a villain in the beginning, I love how even though he gets redemption in the end. I love villains that just like don't fuck around. They don't monologue. They don't nothing. They go straight to business and they fucking kick ass, dude.
Yeah, that was definitely him, John Wick.
John Wick, dude. John Wick the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
John the Wick.
How'd you feel about him playing Shadow?
I honestly liked. It like grew on me because like as we got more closer to the release of the movie, it like just grew on me, and I was like, all right, I mean, if some casting director said this is the guy we're going, like, we need this guy to play Shadow, then I'm like, all right, I trust you on that, and you that was a conscious decision made, so I'll see about that. And he knocked it out of the park. He wasn't just used to be, I mean, obviously he's got like merit to his name because he's a big
actor.
He's a big actor, right? But like it's not just that. This guy is like best of both worlds. He's got the big name, but he doesn't obviously flaunt it around or anything because he's Keanu Reeves.
He's very humble.
He's very humble about it, and he puts forth everything that he has in acting to do this. I don't think I doubted like Keanu's ability to like do voice acting stuff, because again, it's a whole different ballpark from like standing in front of a camera and doing all this stuff, because voice acting, I'd probably say this a lot when the topic comes up, but voice acting on its own is like, it's a challenge, because you're doing like more, you're having to convince people
that you are this character,
that you're doing this action, that you're emoting this and stuff, because it's like you have to really put forth energy into it. You kind of have to act a bit in that booth in front of that microphone, and you have to sell me or the audience the fact that you are, either fucking crushed, that your past is coming back to haunt you or something like that, or you're Shadow the fucking Hedgehog.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on him just because Shadow is a very beloved character to a lot of people that play the Sonic games, and I feel like up until recently his character has kind of dipped in quality with some of the previous games. Now with like the Sonic X Generations game, like it's really good. Things are looking really good for him, and it really helps that the movie kind of brought him back to where a lot of people originally remember why he was their favorite character to begin with.
Yeah. And because as of recent, it feels like Shadow is just popular because they have the whole Latina bit going on.
Oh yeah,
I want those damn Latinos.
Yeah.
And
I actually have a bumper sticker in my car.
Are you serious?
It says I break for Latinos, and it has Shadow on it. Yeah.
Oh man, editor, put that up on the screen right now.
Okay.
Look at his bumper sticker. Okay, take it off. All right. I'm gonna fucking get a picture of that later.
Yeah,
right? So you put it
dude, go ahead.
Okay, but I love Keanu's whole performance in that. There was like scenes in there, especially when it's like the flashback scenes with Maria. it really made me feel for him, his character, and it like because it's like he lost everything, and he's kind of in himself as like a character is like sort of opposite reflection of Sonic, whereas like Sonic, when he lost everything, he didn't use anger to consume him. He found hope. Shadow didn't. Kind of the opposite, which I like how they played into that, because it's like he really truly is like the opposite to Sonic.
Yeah, that's really good. Even in Adventure 2, like the whole game was about duality. Like the characters had a foil. Sonic had Shadow, Knuckles had Rouge, and Tails had Eggman. It was like split. Even the stages right down the middle would be like a mirror of the other person's stage. So.
And it's like a good way to like simplify, because I know like delving into like Sonic lore and stuff, it goes probably way deeper than that. But like this movie is like a nice like everybody's can pay attention kind of game. Like for they can
definitely. It didn't get too convoluted or nothing like that.
It didn't over explain anything. I gotta say, because I bet you everybody wants to hear it. Jim Carrey, my God, what a fucking
great, dude.
I fucking love him in this movie.
Hell yeah.
The fact that he's quite literally pulling double time playing Gerald and Ivo. It's like fucking hell, dude. I don't think we'll never get something like this out of him or his career.
No, I'm really surprised he came back for the third movie, because I hardly remember him doing like any sequels, much less a third movie coming back for that. That's really good.
The only things he has ever done for like sequel wise that has ever involved him is like Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, and then like until recently like Sonic. Sonic though is like it like kept taking him like beyond like what he initially would do, like his sequels and stuff, because usually if he ever wants to do a sequel, it's either like the story's got to be great, otherwise I won't come back or something. Like I can give less of a shit of the pay or whatever the fuck they're gonna give to me. Like if the story's not great, if it doesn't like if it doesn't succeed, like supersede the first one, then I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so I saw an interview with him before the movie came out, and the director, and he said the only way I would come back is if there was a script made of gold. Yeah. So Jeff Fowler, the director, actually had a version of the script printed with 24 karat ink, and he brought it to Jim Carrey's house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and that's how he sold them on it. So it was literally a script made of gold.
Oh, script! Holy shit, dude. Yeah. Man. I mean, they must love him that much to bring him back.
That guy Jeff Fowler, he was he's a really good director. He actually worked on some of the Sonic games in the past. He worked on like some of the CG cutscenes for the Shadow the Hedgehog game. So he's already like really familiar with the source material, which I feel like is important for a director that's, taking the reins on like a really large franchise that has a big fan base already in it.
Right.
Yeah, very important for them to have a lot of respect for the source material and make sure to get the important things right and not change what's important.
Right. And like man, he's to give props to that guy for being like, already be like a fan or not. I would assume he's probably like a big fan of of Sonic the Hedgehog and like the series and everything, because he's worked on the games and stuff, or at least the Shadow the Hedgehog game, and to like keep bringing us like more and more with each like passing movie is like so great, is awesome. I guess if I had to like kind of no pun intended, speed things up with with like talking about like the movie piece by piece. It was very, very interesting to see like how they just brought together like the whole like backstory, like Shadow and stuff, because it's I'm surprised. Okay, meme aside, I knew like, okay, they're not gonna show fucking Maria getting shot in the fucking back.
Oh yeah, they couldn't.
They couldn't. That would have been that would have turned the movie from like they would have turned the rating up on the movie.
Yeah, that would have gone up another notch. PG-13 or something.
PG-13, yeah. It's like you can't. No.
It's cool because then he gets to say "damn" after.
Damn. And I was like, oh, he said it. And he did
have a gun though.
He did have a gun for a short, brief moment, time. But I think that was for like fan service.
Yeah,
he had the gun and the bike. He had the gun and the bike, and that was for like just fan service, because like he just fucking need it.
Definitely was.
Oh man, and dude, the whole like, the whole fucking the like heist they pull like towards the middle end of the movie, or like like I'd say like closer as the climax.
The second third of the movie.
Yeah, the second. I'd say like Act 2.3, like
yeah.
it's like it's right at the end of the second act, and it's like that's where the third and final climax act begins. That was really cool, and like, you know, having the fucking having the two Robotniks just
do the
dance it out and shit,
scene.
and everything.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
I really wonder like how they shot that whole thing. If he
it's likely a lot of green screen and stuff.
Probably.
It's like because it's like I've known this for like fucking years. I only known this because of like fucking Austin Powers, the third one, is because, you know, Mike Myers was playing like
all kinds
like,
of people.
He was playing like almost, I think like what, like Austin, Dr. Evil, like he's playing like 4 fucking characters in that whole movie. And and like there are some like parts of it where like, oh, he's standing in the same room as like, you know, Dr. Evil or something, and you can see their faces stuff. Usually how they did that back then, like when it was like green screen or that kind of like body double face mapping kind of technology wasn't present, is that they would always have like a body double, but they'd always just shoot them from the back.
Okay.
So that if they're in the same room, then it's like, you know, you wouldn't see somebody else's face while the other character was present. But like, at least with here, yeah, it probably took a lot of green screen, like a body double, face mapping, or something. Or there's like a lot of like behind the scenes tricks that they do, and they've been doing in the industry for the past like decade.
Yeah.
And it probably took a lot of
took a lot of money.
No, it took a lot of time and editing. That's what it did.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. So before we talk any further past the second part of the movie, do you have any parts of the movie that you aren't too fond of, that you don't care too much for?
God. This is gonna there's like 2, but like one's like really fucking insignificant that you probably think I'm like I'm just picking at it. I'm like just being nitpicky.
Okay, what is it?
So
lay it on me, man.
It's the moments. So that nitpicky little tiny moment is when Agent Stone and like Shadow are hanging in the crab, and Agent Stone's making the fucking guac, and then like
guac.
and then Shadow just says like out of nowhere, like revenge guac, and I just looked at my friend, I was like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Okay, I mean,
yeah, I feel like some parts of the second act dragged a little bit.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I think that whole bit. I mean, not to like, not to
pull the movie apart.
Not to pull the movie apart like down the middle, but like some of the scenes with Agent Stone, and like no disrespect to the actor because I fucking love him, but like it really felt like that they were just chewing in a little bit of that Agent Stone bit where like he's feeling bad, because like Ivo's reunited with his grandfather, and it's like this whole like, oh, they're having a montage of things. It's like you got to feel bad for Agent Stone because he's not a part of it. I think those scenes were like, we could have had. I mean, I could have lived without him.
Yeah, no, I definitely get you.
What about you? Are you also revenge guac kind of nitpicky?
Yeah, I feel like around that time I was kind of because it just started off so strong, and it's hard if you just got to keep that energy going the whole time. So it did a little in the middle, dip down in quality when they were doing the heist scene thing. I think it wavered a little, but it picked back up again, and then when it gets to the third act, the climax, it is not playing around anymore.
No, it's fucking out there, man. And like, speaking of the third act and the climax stuff, oh my god, dude,
that was amazing.
That was
what we all came here for.
That's what we all came here for, the big third act where they launched the big fucking laser satellite and shit.
Dude, I actually got spoiled from this part. I went to Target, and right there in the aisle with all the Sonic toys, they had Super Sonic and Super Shadow.
Oh,
I was like, yo, no way.
They fucking, well, I mean,
I guess I should have expected it, since they did it in the second movie.
They did it second.
It's just kind of like, I don't know.
I was like pleasantly surprised because I have not heard a lick of it, like the whole movie in anything. No, so I went into, as I would love to, just completely blind and just like ready to sit back and enjoy the ride. hearing, oh my god, dude, hearing fucking
Live and Learn.
Live and Learn.
Yeah, that was
like,
crazy.
Like when it starts picking up and all the robots like assemble out of the, what was it? The fucking the fucking big
The
spaceship?
Eclipse cannon.
Yeah, the Eclipse cannon, and then you're like, dun, 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 then it's like, then you're like, oh, now I have to fucking lean like down
I'm
in my
glad
seat.
they did it because they could have just not,
They could have had
done
some,
like an orchestrated version of it or something.
What if they did like an orchestral version of Endless Possibilities from Sonic Unleashed?
Something like that would be
Dun,
cool.
dun, 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 yeah. But no, I think
Wrong movie.
No, I mean, if it's Sonic and Shadow, you have to have Live and Learn.
Yeah, definitely.
I just wish fucking Paramount and Sega would live and learn and fucking pay Crush 40 the residuals and shit.
Johnny Gioli needs his money.
Yes, he could be making fucking He could be putting out concerts right now, and the openers or the closers could be Live and Learn for all the Sonic fans.
Yeah,
but no, it's fucking Sega. Get your shit together.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
But yeah. Also, dude, fuck, I freaked the fuck out when Shadow took off his limiters. Because nobody understood that but me. Yeah. Because I was like, dude, he's doing the thing. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like,
there's the rings. He's taking
off the rings. He's gonna go fucking like he's unleashed it all, right? Like he can only do this for so long. And then yeah, man, that was just fucking crazy and shit. And I loved it.
Yeah,
oh wait. I almost forgot. How could we forget the big Sonic Shadow fight where they're angry?
Oh yeah, dude, that was like right out of Dragon Ball. Like,
yeah, it
honestly,
was just fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was what everybody wanted, and it did. I wish it would have went on a little bit longer, but I mean, I understand why.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more story to tell than just a big fight.
Yeah, exactly. But it was good though. It was really good.
It was. It really showcased like how fucking fast they could be.
Oh yeah, they're just zipping from Egypt across to Green Hill, back all over the planet and stuff.
It was like, holy fuck, dude. I love when movies do that, or like when visual and like writer and like people that do that, they like demonstrate like just how fast they are without it being like, stupid and like doesn't make sense,
Totally, yeah.
That was a good visual.
I feel like the visuals definitely all have just stepped up a ton from the second movie. Like if I go back and look, I feel like there's just been huge leaps and bounds from where the second movie ended to now where this one is at in terms of like the animation quality.
Right. And then like Shadow's sacrifice, I'm saying that with air quotes.
Okay.
I'll have to get back to that right now in a bit, but Shadow's sacrifice and everything and I have to like, that was beautiful in every way, shape, or form. So is Ivo's, but we don't know if Ivo is gonna survive this one. How you gonna do that?
I feel like this happens a lot in superhero movies. They're just too scared to kill off characters,
because they want to bring them back. Or something.
In Adventure 2, that was supposed to be the last Sonic game ever made because it was for the Dreamcast and it was discontinued at that point, so they had no plans to continue. So when they killed Shadow originally in Adventure 2, that was going to be like the end, but he was just too popular, so they brought him back. So
I think
so I understand why. At the same time, part of me wishes that they would have just had the balls to that's it right there,
right? I was gonna say fucking Gerald Robotnik's death scene.
Oh my
how is
God.
it just how silly it fucking happens?
I
how
laughed
quick.
so hard. Yeah, it was so unceremonious.
My theater fucking bursted out laughing at that because it's just like, and then he just it's just like a fucking fly on a.
That was it right there.
That was it. I like when villains don't have like a big dramatic thing. They just happen like that.
Yeah, it kind of worked out better that way, I think.
I think so too. But yeah. Anyways, so all that happens and Shadow's big sacrifice and Ivo fucking dies, or so we think. And then everything is back to normal and that's it. Almost forgot to mention, what was his fucking guy, Sonic's human. Tom. Yeah. Tom gets really badly hurt, but he comes back. He's got a fucking arm cast, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm all right." After getting
you can't kill
fucking,
the Cyclops.
Yeah, you can't kill Cyclops. I almost died by getting fucking punched by Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
really hard. After all that, we all live happily ever after, and that's the end of it.
We all live in
until you stay for the 2 post-credit scenes, which, by the way, I gotta say, my theater fucking, well, at least what little theater fucking exploded. After the fact when they saw Metal Sonic, which, by the way, he looks great. They ripped him right out of the fucking video game and everything. They didn't take any creative liberty. They just said, "This is fucking." He looks so clean too.
Yeah.
And then Amy Rose.
Amy
Rose.
Oh man, yeah, I know. I was in a theater with a bunch of little kids. They were all like,
So you don't know her like I do. I've fucking been playing this game longer than you've been alive.
right?
Yeah, but dude, Amy Rose showing up was like not on my bingo card. I quite literally thought, oh, you could have anybody. Silver.
I thought it was gonna be Silver.
Everybody thought it was gonna be Silver, or like anybody who watched the review thought like, oh, it's gonna be fucking Silver.
Yeah,
because it makes sense, right? Then we can have
we can have a human kiss Sonic in the fourth Sonic
no,
movie at the
what
end
the
of it.
fuck?
You play the game Silver was from?
Yeah. Well, like I played a little bit of it because my friend owned it.
You didn't play the end, bro, because...
I know, I remember fucking just hearing all about it. Be like, that's fucking weird. Why did she kiss him?
Well, that's one of the other big stories I feel like they could do that involves humans, is the one with Silver. And then after that, I think they can kind of go off and do all strictly animated movie if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could. Honestly, yeah.
I think it's a smart idea having Metal now that they're not sure if Jim Carrey is going to come back, because now that can be the primary,
for like more other Sonic adventures.
Yeah,
hell,
exactly.
we could see the whole fucking Sonic cast at some point. Big the Cat.
Oh
fucking,
my god, let's put him in there.
What are they called? Team Chaotix. Fucking, I want to see them. I want to see fucking everybody. Blaze the Cat. But yeah, Amy Rose. Which, by the way, looks great. Looks like, they did her justice. They didn't like. I don't know. Her design looks just great. It
does, yeah.
And then if you're a fucking idiot like me who walked out of there after that, didn't get to see the other, post credit scene.
Honestly, just walk out. You don't even have to watch it. Just watch it on the last post credit scene on YouTube, because it's just so small and you have to sit through the entire credit roll just to get like a little 5-second clip at the end.
You still gotta thank all those people.
Yeah, that's true. I still did.
Yeah, I think that's a good treat, because it's like that leaves it open ended. That like, yay, Shadow survived. He's alive, and he's coming. He might come back. Who knows?
Yeah, I heard they're gonna put him in like a show or a movie maybe by himself.
You think we're gonna have like another like Knuckles kind of type series, but with like Shadow?
I don't know. I hope not. I really, to be honest, I love the third movie. I love the second one. I have a lot of respect for the first one, but the Knuckles show, I really did not care for it too much.
You could live without it.
I definitely could live without it. You can not watch it at all, and it will not affect your enjoyment of any of the other films.
That's fair. But yeah, I can't wait to see what comes of like the Sonic, like whatever the Sonic franchise, dude, cinematics franchise of it. At least it'll introduce more younger people to like Sonic, and like it would get a whole new generation of Sonic fans and stuff. But yeah, great movie. I hope you guys are enjoying our fucking spoiler talk, because that's everything that there is to that. We'll be taking a short break here, but when we come back, we'll be answering some really cool and weird questions that are either Sonic or non-Sonic related. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Hey, come on! 体が踊る絶叫体験を君に約束する。超音速アクションは止まらない。
Non-stop power play. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 from Mega Drive. Sega!
All right, and we're back from that crazy little commercial and stuff. All that, yeah. It's the whole what is it? It's like the repertoire. It's the gag. It's what I do. Yeah, but I know we last left off on, we talked about the whole entirety of the movie. That whole part's just spoiler territory.
Yeah.
So if you want to skip to this part, after the break, that we just answer questions that we're getting from our lovely audience and stuff. And yes, you can ask a question too if you just follow me on either Instagram or Twitter. I'm right up there, or Blue Sky. I don't know, man. Those cool social medias. But yeah, we've got a few. Actually, I wouldn't say a few. I think we got a good chunk this time around. Usually, I don't get very many questions, but yeah. So first question comes from Sinwin101, and they asked, what do you think is going to happen in the next few years in the fandom, Sonic fandom?
What do I think is going to happen in the next couple years?
What do you think?
Well, it's kind of hard to say because
anything can happen.
Anything can happen, dude. I promise. Sonic will do a 180, have a good game, and then do another 180 and have a bad game. Like it's real up in the air. I'm confident that the film series is going to continue. I just hope it doesn't burn itself out, like too many, and then it turns into Marvel, and then they just kind of fizzle out after a while.
Right.
So
I think it's important to like have whatever story you're going to branch out and tell. Make sure you do it in like a good chunk of like movies or something. Because like at this point, if we can have like fucking Toy Story 5 and Shrek 5, then I wouldn't really doubt having like Sonic 5. But like just don't go anywhere past that or anything. Like, hell, Sonic 4, dude, like wrap the story up there too.
I think that could be enough right there.
Maybe we can finally see the big Sonic cast animated.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Big the Cat would probably look really terrifying though.
Who would voice him?
Who would? I want Richard Kind to voice him.
I want Alec Baldwin to voice him.
I don't think Alec Baldwin is allowed.
I want to hear. Allowed over there.
I want to. I can't hear Alec Baldwin fucking voicing Big the Cat.
No.
I think Richard Kind's a more better fit.
Okay.
That's just me thinking on the fly right now because like, hey guys, it's me, Richard Kind from Inside Out Ping Pong or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good.
You think you'd make a good because it'd be like a nice mismatched voice, but in like a good way. I think I'm kind of with you on that. When was the last time we got like a Sonic like a main entry Sonic? It was Sonic Frontiers, right?
Yeah. Sonic Shadow Generations, I'd say, is more like a remaster with extra content, like kind of like how Nintendo did Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. It's got a main game with some extra content that you could, sink your teeth into.
Right,
so,
yeah.
I'm always kind of worried because, something can go really good and then they can take two steps back, right from back where they came from.
Because I remember hearing that, like, Sonic Frontiers did pretty good. It wasn't anything groundbreaking or anything, but, like, I remember people, like, did not, like, shut up about, like, the boss battle.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
And the soundtrack.
Yeah, no matter what happens, I'm fairly confident that the soundtrack will be good. Right. So I always got that to look forward to. They got Kellen Quinn over there now.
Kellen Quinn
making all the music.
He's kick ass at that. So next question comes from Vessel Noctis, and they ask, "Do you think Sonic likes Latinas too?" I don't think Sonic's a Latina, man. No, I think he's I don't know. He's probably too fast and too scared to be in a serious relationship. So like I don't think he has a type.
Yeah, there's actually a quote from him in one of the games talking about marriage.
Did he say like, "Hey guys, remember to celebrate celibacy"? Or I don't know. I don't know.
Celibacy.
What is celibacy again? It's like
the practice of not having sex.
Yeah, he's like, celebrate celibacy until marriage or something. I'll play the audio clip in post, so don't worry.
Marriage? No way!
There you go.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them out there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There you go. That's that. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he likes Latinos. I just think he's not ready for marriage or relationship or anything like that.
Yeah,
he's too scared.
He and himself forever.
Yeah, he's got his only love is chili dogs.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Next question we have again from Sinwin101, and they asked, where is it? They asked, how long have you been a part of the fandom yourself, and what do you like?
How long have you been a Sonic fan?
I have been in the. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like deep in the Sonic fandom. I'd say like I'm a pretty avid Sonic enjoyer. Mm-hmm. I've played a few of the games. I know like a good chunk of the story. I may have read a little bit into the fucking rabbit hole that are the Archie comics.
Oh no.
So like, I don't want to open that Pandora's box, but I don't know. I would say I've been on and off for like, I'd say like 2+ years.
Okay.
2+ years in total.
Okay.
And what do I like about it? I'd say like some of the games because they're really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do like some of the Sonic content that they've released recently with like the what was it, Sonic Origin? You know those little colorful shorts,
the cinematic.
The
things.
cinematic, yeah, those were like well animated and so beautiful. It's digital 2D animation, and I love that shit so much.
Yeah,
and it's like the
great.
classic Sonic too, so it's like I like that. I like those designs.
Yeah.
I think what else do I like? Roger Craig Smith as Sonic.
Is that your favorite Sonic actor?
He is my favorite. He's like right next to what was his name? Jason Griffith he did for Sonic X.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I remember watching like Saturday morning, Sonic X because the fucking theme song's so kick ass, and they were always stuck on the fucking Meteoric saga or some shit for like the longest time. So I'm like, I never got to see the ending of it. I never even knew the ending of Sonic X until like years and years later until I looked it up. Yeah. I was like, does this shit end? Is it still going? Has it ended? It's like, yeah, it ended like in 2007 or 8. Like I don't know. I don't think it lasted that long. I could be wrong, but yeah. Jason Griffith is my second, but Roger Craig Smith is like my top favorite Sonic.
Gotcha.
Ben Schwartz is kind of growing on me, but he's like third spot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
What about you? How long have you been a part of the fandom? And what do you like about it?
Damn, dude. I've been a Sonic fan since I was such a little kid. My cousin had a Genesis with Sonic 2 and Sonic 1. I played that a lot when I was a kid, and then I got a Dreamcast. Played Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, and that was back in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
So I've been a Sonic fan for
as long as you can remember.
20+ years. Yeah. I've enjoyed a lot of content that they've made, different shows and stuff like that. There isn't a lot that I frequently go back to all the time, but some of the classic games, I do go back and take some time out of my day to play. My kids are Sonic fans too now, so that's intergenerational type of thing.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
But I think some of my favorite stuff has to be from the early 2000s, and whenever you ask someone what their favorite Sonic game or media is, you're going to get such a wide variety of answers because every Sonic game is so unique and different from each other, down to like the gameplay, the music, what you can expect to play as or who. All that stuff changes wildly from game to game. So I think it's a very subjective question, but yeah, I've been a longtime Sonic fan, and I lived through what they call the dark age of Sonic, and now we're on to better things.
Sonic 06?
Yeah, everyone talks about it. It was the low hanging fruit for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think I remember seeing like people like modders and people that came together to improve Sonic 06. Like I forgot what it was like called. It was like Sonic
Project 06.
Yeah, Project 06, and it just fixes everything wrong with thing, and it's like playable, and it's like it's so great. It's like, oh man. But yeah, that's really interesting, man. I have to ask more Sonic fans out there like what their favorite games are. If I could find any Sonic fans, if you're a Sonic fan, please comment what your favorite game is, what your favorite Sonic media is, and favorite character, and
comment your least favorite.
Yeah,
game.
comment your least favorite. Comment the character you fucking hate the most, and you want to fucking see like get fucked up. I do apologize. So next question is from Mysterious Ferns, and they asked, what are the connections between Sonic and Michael Jackson? I'll let you take this away because you're the bigger Sonic geek guy than me.
I'm sorry. Apologies on that. But,
no, that's
so. I was kind of explaining earlier. So Michael Jackson helped work on some of the music for Sonic 3 on the Genesis. He's not credited in any of the the credits for the game, just because he was going through some legal issues, things of that nature around that time. So Sega didn't want to have his name involved in anything. But now, if you go back to recent re-releases of Sonic 3 on like the Sonic Origins collection, they've changed all the music that he was involved in, completely different now. So there's probably like a good 3 or 4 stages where all the music is changed dramatically from how it used to be. And
To like the Michael Jackson ones.
yeah, there was Carnival Night, Launch Base, Ice Cap, and one more that was changed as well. So they've kind of gone back and,
That would have been a good selling point. Like if it had Michael Jackson not been dealing with all the legal troubles and stuff, like having his name like
Put
under
on something like that.
put on under the game or something is like that. That would have been like, holy shit, I want to hear the Michael Jackson tracks, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that.
Interesting. Did
Little,
you know?
Yeah.
type
Did
of
you
thing?
know? Normal boots.
Normal Boots
Normal
content.
Boots content. All right. So our next questions, we're gonna see about like doing like a small lightning round because it's all from the same person, Mischievy Fox. They're a good friend of mine. And the first question is favorite characters. You first.
I have to say, Shadow. Maybe Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's Vector the Crocodile, Shadow, and Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's an unorthodox fucking pairing, but yeah. Their next question isn't really a question, but a statement. They said Tails is the best. Yeah, Tails is the best.
Why not? Sure.
Yeah, sure. I love the pun that they use with his name, Miles
Miles Prower.
Yeah, miles per hour. Ha 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 ha.
Knee slapper.
Why do they call him Tails? Because he's got fucking tails on his back.
Of course.
Yeah, he's got 2 tails. He flies with them. Another statement from Mischievous Fox is Shadow is cool too. Yeah, Shadow is fucking cool.
I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
I think Shadow is damn cool too.
Damn cool.
Yeah, damn cool too. They also asked favorite Sonic show.
Ooh, favorite Sonic show. When I was younger, I really liked the Sat AM Saturday morning.
I was like, if you grew up with it, like I knew you were probably like Sat AM.
I like that a lot, and I watched Sonic X as a kid too.
Was Sat AM the one with Jim Cummings?
I think so.
He's like, get that hedgehog.
Yeah,
that's
that guy.
Jim Cummings. Yeah, I only know because I listened to the Jim Cummings podcast, which by the way, guys, you should go listen to because it's really good. It's really interesting. He has really amazing guests on there. Yeah, he talks about it sometimes.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, so you said Sat AM
and the beginning of Sonic X. I really care for that. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. It's like the beginning of Sonic X. For all the stupid robot bullshit happened, like it just delved into something else. It was, I don't know. And I'd have to say Sonic Boom's really underrated.
It is. I really like the writing in that.
It's so quippy. It's so like I fucking love like the banter between all the characters.
Yeah.
Did
you watch Sonic Prime? The one on
a
Netflix?
little bit of it, and then I just dropped it because I was like,
it got kind of whatever.
It got like it was interesting premise, but I was like, what the hell?
I feel like the multiverse has been beaten to death now.
Yeah,
like,
this feels like
does it.
To me, Sonic Prime feels like the equivalent of like Dragon Ball Heroes, where it's like it deals with like it's a bunch of like what if scenarios and like all this stuff, and then they're just plucking of like these scenarios and stuff in it. That's what it just felt like to me, and it just was like, okay, Tails, if he was evil, like why couldn't you give me like what if what if Sonic was Shadow and Shadow was Sonic? We got like a good guy Shadow, bad guy Sonic, right? All right, and then last question from them is, did you watch the movie? Why do you think we're here? Why do you think we're here talking about it?
I bought 12 tickets to the movie.
I bought 1 ticket and 1 more ticket. That's it. Because, yeah, it was that good.
Yeah, I might go see it again, to be honest. I might go to like a Screen X or 4DX or something.
That would have been sick.
That would have been... I don't know about 4DX. I went there one time.
It's expensive.
And I had a drink in my hand, and then the seat started moving, and my drink went flying everywhere after that.
They should fucking warn you about that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they do. They have like a preview of it before. They're like, this is what it's going to feel like.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah. I remember I watched Toy Story 4 in 4DX, and that was like interesting. It was kind of off-putting because there was a moment in the movie where they are going through like this carnival, and they were pumping like
balloons.
No, they were pumping the smell of lavender. So it was like it took me out of it. It was like, carnivals do not fucking smell like this. Why couldn't you have just opened the vents to your fucking popcorn making machine, and just pumped it into the goddamn?
Something.
It would have been fucking
Scent of corn dog.
Yeah, scent of corn dog. Even like lavender at the fucking carnival. I don't fucking think so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good movie though.
Great movie. Fucking Kino. It's peak. Nobody gets those two terms because everybody's either like my age or maybe you do get those terms. Yeah. But do you have any final thoughts about the Sonic movie, or just final thoughts in general?
Final thoughts. I would tell you, go show support to this movie. It is the best video game adaptation that has been put in movie format. Takes out the Mario movie, takes out the Underworld movies, takes out the Doom movies, takes out the Mortal Kombat movie, all of them. Go show Sega where the money is, and hopefully we can continue to get projects like this in the future. Directors should be held to that standard, when adapting. Whole
production should be held to a standard,
exactly.
and well compensated and accounted for. Yeah. For me, I gotta say, go watch the movie if you haven't already, or if you enjoyed our spoiler talk. Then I mean, you're only gonna listen to what the hell we're talking about. It's a way different ballpark when you're out there watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, go show Sega where the money's at too, because you never know like what else they can have under their sleeve or something. I don't know. Maybe let's get a Yakuza movie, right?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Isn't that like under the same?
Yakuza.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. It'd be like a nice return to it'd be like bringing those old Yakuza movies with like Ken Tag. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but that guy, cool. Like that'd be pretty awesome. It'd be pretty weird though, because it's like there's so many protagonists, but everybody would like, oh my god, like Kiryu Kazuya, whatever, it's like thing, fucking guy. But yeah, go do that. Do you want to drop socials if you have any, or not? Or do you just wanna just sneak out of here and be just Brandon Ramos, who's been on the show before?
I mean, I'll put my social. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll have this guy get right here.
Put it in the description below.
Yeah.
I'll have a big red arrow flashing on the screen to fucking look at the description right this fucking second. Speaking of, you can follow me on, you can follow me on almost all socials. The main ones, Twitter, Instagram. Just recently, Blue Sky, at Weird Magic Piggy. It's all the same all around. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Bacon Hour podcast. I hope you enjoyed our very long spoiler talk and thoughts on the Sonic 3 movie. Yeah, and you got anything final words to say, my dude?
Final words.
Yeah,
to
final words.
Live and learn, man.
Live and learn. Yeah, fucking love that. All right. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Please leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I know that's very generic of me to say, but it really helps me out. It keeps showing me the support. Thank you guys so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next one.